Okay, this is 334 Delta Alpha, and it's the 13th, Friday the 13th. Of course, it's Friday the 13th. And I just booted up. I've got the 43 card in the top slot on the primary flight display. I've got the 43 card in the bottom slot of the MFD, and the MFD1 database didn't boot up properly. It's got let's try this without the flash. Safe taxi unknown, not available. Train unknown, not available. Airport train all unknown and not available. The primary flight display, which we thought was potentially a problem with the slot, that's loaded up properly. I'm going to shut down. I don't know what I'm going to do now. I'm going to shut down and remove the top card, which is just a just there's nothing on the top card. There's one flight. I flew day before yesterday. Everything worked properly, and the standby nav database activated and loaded as we were down there in Austin when the 12th Zulu happened. So we started up and that happened. But I'm gonna shut down. Try again. Let's remove that top card. So we've got 43 in the top, 43 in the bottom on the MFD, and boot up one more time. Now it's going through the whole verified, for use, business. Didn't do it on this side. Let's see what happens when we load up here. Everything's verifying. That's a good sign. Whenever we get that verifying, we know we know everything's going to load up. So I'm going to go straight to the aux page and watch it from there. The system status page, rather. Okay, looks like MFD1. Everything is either up or verifying now. It's verifying it'll come up. We'll come back to that in a second. Yeah, we'll stay there. Check the primary flight display. And that's all good. Back to the multifunction display. Get the airport train up, the obstacles up, airport directories verifying, the charts are up. So let that airport directory it's up. Okay, so everything's up now. And that's after I removed that top card. And maybe it was just because I rebooted again. I'm going to shut down, put the card back in. The top card, which just has flight data. It shouldn't have any other files on it, but I can check that at another time. And I don't have a laptop with me to check that card, and I'm headed to work. I've got a flight. Okay, initializing. aligning on the screen. And waiting. And lo and behold, nothing's happening here. We got safe taxi not available, terrain not available, none of this is available. So I'll enter through and go to the aux system status, multifunction 1, and not available. Everything's not available because we had something in that top slot. Now I need to take this card. I'm going to take this card out. And I'm going to put the 43 card and the PFD in the bottom slot. Both cards in the bottom slot. And boot up and see what happens here. That's in the bottom slot. That's in the bottom slot. So let's try taking this light off. Okay. Initializing the system. Verifying everything like there's a new database in here. It's let's see what happens. Okay, we're aligning here, and we're verifying everything in the on the database screen here. So let's go through and check it on the system status page. System status. Okay, multifunction display. Oops. Everything is either loaded or verifying, so we know that's going to work. I'm going to skip out of here to the primary flight display, and primary flight display not available. Okay, so that's not working. It's not working with the card in the bottom slot on the primary flight display. So let's shut this down and put the card back up on top and restart. Cards in the top on the primary flight display, 43 cards in the bottom on the multifunction display. We're initializing. It's database verifying here on the primary flight display and verifying on the multifunction display. Okay, looks like everything loaded up properly, and I'm going to go through to the status page. System status, multifunction 1, and everything is either up or verifying. That terrain base is up, it was verifying. The airport directory is verifying, and that'll be up momentarily. On the primary flight display, the airport directory is verifying, the airport terrain's verifying. It's just having to verify again, but it's all there, it's looking. So curiouser and curiouser. Okay, so I'm going to let everything verify, then I'm going to put this card back in the top slot and see what that does again. This is really strange. Come on, verify. Okay, verified. And the airport directory, the last one, usually to verify the airport directory. My apologies for the quality of this video. I've been focusing more on what's happening on the screens than actually getting it on the screen. Okay, the airport directory is verified. So everything's good. Shut down one more time. Place that monitoring card in the top slot. And boot back up. Let's see what happens. Initializing primary flight display and initializing multifunction display. Okay, it looks like everything's good here. So don't know exactly why it didn't load the first time. That card doesn't seem to be what the problem is. The top multifunction display card. I don't know what we call that. MFD. That's all good. Primary flight display. That's all good. Now everything's working. So maybe when I first just started it out, for some reason it was just, who knows. We pulled. Okay, let's recap here. We loaded up in this configuration, or we had the cards loaded in this configuration when we started, and it didn't boot up properly. So I shut it down, removed the top card to see if that had an effect, and it booted up properly. Then, then I took the the 43 card out of the top on the primary flight director and moved it down to the bottom slot, and it didn't boot up properly. So we know we seem to know that there's a problem somewhere here. We think that maybe there was a problem with this, something about this card, the top card, that's making things happen. But I put it back in and it actually worked the last time. So I'm at a loss here. But that's where we are right now.